Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about a very important subject, and that is lighting. I'm gonna tell you the best 3 lights that you wanna get when you start out shooting products and what you can do with them. Let's get into it. So I'd say lighting, maybe after creativity, is the most important thing when it comes to product videography. And it can be a little bit confusing when you're starting out because there's so many lights you can get. And I've owned a lot of lights myself, so I can tell you which one worked out for me. It also depends on what your lighting style is. I like kind of more like an edgy look, and it also depends what you're shooting. If you're shooting smaller projects, or smaller products, you need a smaller light. If you shoot like big stuff, you need bigger light. Also depends how much space you have. I have like a fairly limited space here because I shoot here in my bedroom and there's only like maybe 2 square feet that I could shoot on. Sorry, square meters that I could shoot on. And yeah, it's just like very limited. So I'm choosing the lights to the space I have available. And let's start off with the first one, and that is a light panel. So I'm actually using a light panel to light myself right now. It's just right here off the camera, and it's a Mixpad 2 from Nanlite. And by the way, all of the stuff is linked down below so you can check it out for yourself. And the reason I like a light panel is because it's so small and compact. And this one you can also battery power, so you can just handheld it and just like move it around. And this particular light, you can get a hard light and a soft light, and it has RGB. You can get all the different colors with it. And you can get really soft overhead light you want to have for product videos because you want to make the product look good. And by achieving that is just have the light over top and giving it a nice top light. And I don't have a lot of space, as I mentioned before. I don't have space for giant soft boxes and everything here. So this is perfect because it really helps me to make the most out of the space that I have. And I have all these flexible options. I can make hard light, soft light, and all the lighting effects that it has built in. So it's a really good light. And sometimes you want a bigger light source, not like a small light source. So this is perfect. And if it's still too hard, I use a diffuser to diffuse the light even further, because a soft big source light is really helpful when shooting product videos. And if you don't have the space, I would say get a light panel. It's a really nice thing to have, and I really would recommend it. I also use the light panel to evenly light out the green screen in the back. So if you plan on to shoot a lot of green screen stuff, this would be for you, because you really want a big source to light out the green screen evenly. So the second light I use a lot on my shoots, especially when I shoot bottle stuff or glass stuff. When you shoot glass stuff, you want to have a light in the background. So I have like this black background, and I shine the light onto the black background, and then it kind of makes a circle. And how I do this is let me get the light. So there we have it. It's the Nanlite Forza 60, and as you could see, it has like a reflector in the front, so I could shape the light. And I could just put it in, like shining it onto the black background, and it creates this circle that you want to have when you shoot glass. So I use it fairly often. Also, this has a lot of output, and it's a really powerful light when you want to light up brighter subjects, or you want to shape it with another reflector. It's a really bright source. I use it to also light sometimes my green screen. And even though it's really powerful, it's pretty cheap. I think it's pretty affordable. It's 250 bucks. So it's a really good light I could recommend. And you can also buy other stuff. You want to get barn doors, you can shape the light even further. So there's tons of accessories which you can like shape the light in any form you want. And it's fairly compact. It doesn't weigh a lot, and you can just like mount it onto like a smaller stand. You don't need a big ass stand for it. So for what I'm doing, if you have a small set, this is perfect. And it also has tons of effects built in, like a strobe effect or like a bad bulb effect. It's really versatile, so you can use it however you want. And also I believe you can get a V-mount battery to power it, so you can take it out in the field. So this is a really cool light I would really recommend. And you can also turn the fan off, so it usually has a fan. If you don't care about audio, you can leave it on because it makes the light stay cooler. But if you care about sound and you want to really record good sound and your microphone is close to the light, you can turn off the fan. So many functions in a small footprint, I could really recommend it. So if you've seen my other videos, you might already know this, but my favorite light is a light tube. And I'm saying this because I use a light tube on almost every single video because it's so versatile. It's battery powered. That's one of the most important things for me. I can just like put it in the corner and then just charge it and then just pick it up and just move it anywhere. And they have decent battery life. I wish it would be a little bit longer, but there's tons of options out there. There's Nanlite, there's Quasar Science, and there's the Asteras, which are pretty expensive, but they're worth the money. And there's so many options out there. I personally have the Nanlite one, and I actually have one right here. This is the 30C, and it's just pretty big, and it has a lot of output. And then there's also smaller ones like the 6C. This is a really small one. I actually use this also very often. And then there's a one in between, like the 15C. And I just use it on every single shoot, I have to say. And just, this is battery powered. It charges via USB-C, and it's just handheld it and just move it around and paint the light how I want it. And these are really, I think the big ones are 300 bucks. And this is, I think, maybe 60 bucks or something. And this is a really powerful light. You can use it on smaller projects. And the big lights, you often use for music videos. I actually haven't used it in any music video because I got them when I was here. And I haven't actually shot any music videos here, but I'm soon going back to Vancouver, so I'm shooting more music videos there. And you're for sure gonna see the light tubes in action there. But these are also RGB. They have a bunch of effects. And as I said before, the main thing I like them is because they're so versatile and I have limited space, so I can just move them around how I want it. And also do it for product videos, because I told you in another video, because I like that when you move them, you can get a stripe of light going over the product, and it really works good for metal objects or matte objects. It just looks so good. And you also can get like a nice edge light, and you also can have them in the shot. I had some commercials where I have them in the shot, where I had them lying in the back and I have the product in front. And this also looks good. I think I did that in the MacBook commercial I did. So yeah, these can be so versatile. And let me know down in the comments what your favorite lights are. I'm actually really curious what lights you guys are using. As I said, mine are the light panel, the light tubes, and the compact lights. Maybe that changes in the future, but for now, I'm really happy with them. So that's it. Thanks so much for sticking around until the end of the video. I hope you learned something today. As always, a free and easy way to support the channel is hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, you might consider doing so. I'd really appreciate it. If you have any questions, shoot me a message on Instagram at sebpicmedia, and I'll see you in the next video.